Hello everyone, let's welcome to our structural analysis classes. So here we will discuss about statically indeterminate structure. Previously we have discussed what is the determinate structure. So when we are saying about determinate structure, that does mean it follows equation of equilibrium. So when the equation of equilibrium doesn't satisfy, that does mean it is indeterminate structure. So what is equation of equilibrium? So equation of equilibrium is the forces acting in horizontal direction or x-axis and the forces acting in y direction or vertically or the movement should be 0. The summation of these three must be 0 or else the structure will be indeterminate one. Also, an indeterminate structure is a structure when the number of unknown is more than equation of equilibrium. So, we need to find out the degree of indeterminacy. When a structure is not determinate, so we need to find out the degree of indeterminacy. So, how to find out the degree of indeterminacy? So, we have formulas to find out DOI. Before going to that, the degree of indeterminacy is the number of extra unknowns. Extra unknowns, it can be extra members, it can be extra reactions or forces. So the number of unknowns or extra unknowns will decide the degree of indeterminacy. If there is the extra reaction or too many reactions, that will be termed as externally indeterminate, and the internally indeterminate is said to be when there is more number of internal forces. We have two types of degree of indeterminacy. One is externally indeterminate, another one is internally indeterminate. So let's go for these two things. First is how to find out DOI. The general formula is R plus M minus E. R is your nothing but number of reaction, the number of support reaction. M is what? M is your the number of members or the number of internal member forces in case of frames or truss. Another is your E. E is always 3 in case of two-dimensional structures. And in case of three-dimensional structure, E is always 6. Okay, so whenever in formulas we have E, we need to remember these two things. For 2D it is 3 and for 3D it is 6. So first formula is your DOI is R plus M minus E. Next we will go for the second formula, that is external degree of indeterminacy. When we have already discussed that external degree of indeterminacy is where when there is external reaction forces. So here EDOI will depend on what? The reaction. So reaction minus equation of equilibrium, reaction minus equation of equilibrium is DOI in case of external. In case of external DOI, we have the formula that is reaction minus equation of equilibrium. Let's take the example. If it is a fixed support, we know that in case of fixed support, we have reactions. Number of reaction is 3 and we know that equation of equilibrium is 3. So during peak support, EDOI is R minus IE, that is 3 minus 3, that is 0. So here we can say peak support. If there is a peak support in case of a beam, we can say that is a determinate one. Now you can ask, how can you say this? It is a determinate one. Because we have applied the formula of what? Indeterminancy. But now I am saying it is a determinate one. How is that possible? It is possible when this equation and reaction, the answer is 0. When the answer is 0, it is determinate one. That does mean it is following the equation of equilibrium. Okay. So R is the number of external reaction. Example, it can be vertical, it can be horizontal, or it can be movement. Okay. Next is your what? Number of equilibrium equations available. We have already discussed that in case of 2D, it is 3. In case of 3D, it is 6. Next is your internal DOI. So how to find out internal degree of indeterminacy? For process or 2D structure, the formula is M minus 2J minus R. It is little bit difficult, but M minus 2J minus R, we can remember this. So the new thing here is J. So what is this J for? J is for joints. We know that when we have a complex structure, there is some joints. So in case of that, we can find out or we can apply this formula. So the joints, the number of joints we took will be J. M is your number of members and R is your number of reaction. And IDOI is your internal degree of indeterminacy. So this formula will be applied only in case of complex structure. So in our next class, we will solve one numerical on internal degree of indeterminacy by applying this formula. So stay tuned. Thank you so much.